Okay, good morning everyone. I'm Gareth Taylor. I'm the President of the Americas for Ohm Rock Solid Images. I'd like to extend a very warm welcome to you guys today, and thank you very much for taking the time out of your busy schedules to attend our overview of our plans for the upcoming third phase of our Lithology and Fluid Prediction Consortium, which we call LFP3. To assist us in this task, we've invited our principal scientists, advising scientists here. We've got Gary Mavko and Subhashis Malik at the back there from Stanford and University of Wyoming, respectively, and Dr. Sven Treitel. And we've had a sort of long and rich relationship with these guys over the course of our LFP consortium meetings. Arthur Cheng, Dr. Arthur Cheng is our VP of Research, and Arthur will be sort of coordinating and managing the LFP3. And I guess when normally confronted by an audience like this, I'm usually equipped with 50 or 60 slides to put you all to sleep, and there's going to be a radical departure from that, and I've only got one, but I think it's quite a good one because it's very relevant to what we're doing. And I'm sure some of you have seen this in a number of the presentations. This is from the 2009 report from the Energy Information Administration group under the DOE. And you can see that we've got a pretty major task in front of us if we believe or lend any credence to these predictions that are coming out of these guys for conventional versus unconventional predicted production through 2030. So you can see we're in here at 2007, and pretty much everything that we're familiar with as an industry is kind of nosediving. They've got grand plans and expectations for this onshore unconventional. These numbers, if you go through the report, which I did very cursorily, but these numbers have built in the assumption that we will continue to innovate as an industry. We clearly are aware that a lot of the tools we are deploying for conventional exploration are not going to be much use to us when we're going down the path of exploiting these unconventional reservoirs. So this is a pretty steep. I mean, as you can see, there's been a pretty dramatic increase in production, as we're all aware. It sort of levels out a little bit, but if you compare this against last year, this is still climbing. So there's a huge amount of expectation and anticipation that we will be able to provide tools that will enable us to more efficiently exploit these unconventional resources. So as you may be aware, some of you have been part of our consortia over the years. We've been sort of stewarding the interests of various joint industry-funded consortium that started with the Seismic Attribute Consortium that many of you were members of, which Terry Thomas started back in 1990. When we formed Rock Solid Images in 1998, we then took over the management of that consortium. Clearly there was a lot of good science developed in there. There was also a nice social club for drinking and eating fine food, if you all know Terry. We developed more attributes than you'd ever have be able to analyze in a lifetime, and as Terry himself would say, these seismic attributes are kind of like a cure looking for a disease. So it was kind of it really was a research consortium where a lot of bright minds would say, well, wouldn't it be nice to develop an attribute that did this and did this and did this? Not all of those are really focused on pragmatic, practical issues. So on LFP3, we're sort of looking at this from the other end of the spectrum. We are very clearly aware of the requirements for this industry in terms of exploiting these unconventional resources, from a very fundamental notion of the rock properties of these unconventional reservoirs to new inversion algorithms that will allow us to squeeze more quantitative information out of our seismic data. So I don't want to take any more time than that, just to welcome you for attending. I hope this will be participatory so that you guys will get to ask a lot of questions. We're loaded for bear in terms of geophysics and rock physics expertise here, so feel free to to participate as fully as possible. And I guess if you don't believe in this approach, is an oldie but goldie, you can just go and drill it anyway, which I guess is what we're trying to avoid. I'm trying to make this, do this in a more sort of intelligent way. So Arthur's going to be our MC. He's going to present the first presentation.
Thanks, Gareth.